Hey everyone, it's Mari Clarke, and welcome to Free Flow Wednesday here on the Crafty Maven Getaway. I'm doing a scrapbooking layout here today of this 3x3 photograph, and I'm just going to be working on some white 12x12 cardstock as my base today. I'm using quite a few products from the Cedar Lane collection, and you'll just see me putting a couple of strips at the top and the bottom of the layout here. One of those papers is from Cedar Lane, and the other kind of teal patterned paper with the white pattern on it is from, I think, Pink Paisley Memorandum. So I just found this journaling card in my stash, or this 3x4 card. It's got some space, I think, on the back for some journaling, and then this pattern of this clock on the other side. Perfect for the colors that were in the mood board this week. And then I just took a frame and I put that behind the photograph. It's just kind of peeking out. And now I'm just going to take a bunch of die cuts, including that tag, and I'm going to just start putting some die cuts around that photograph in a variety of different places. So what I do when I'm working on a layout like this is where I'm going to be using die cuts or different ephemera bits and pieces is I'll just put them on the side of my table, the ones that I think I might use. And I had that Cedar Lane pack out, and I was just grabbing ones that I thought would look really nice around this photograph. So the theme of the layout, I guess, is home. And that is kind of a recurring theme throughout the different bits and pieces that I use here. And the reason for that is because this photograph is a picture of my daughter and her boyfriend the day that they got home for Christmas holidays. So I was there snapping shots as they kind of came through the door. So that's what I was capturing here. This is what I'm documenting. So that journaling card on the right side of the photograph is just one that I had in my stash. And once again, it goes with the color scheme for the layout. So I chose that one. It's got a little bit of wood grain going on that journaling card. And so I'm using that wood grain bit there that says home, and really trying to work around that whole idea of the kids coming home for the holidays. So I'm using a bunch of hearts as well. So hearts are kind of another bit of a theme that are going on here with this layout. I end up putting one of these sticky bits down here. I think it says home on it, but I don't end up leaving it there. I kind of changed my mind about that, and I pull that up. So there was a transition there. What I did was I just stopped the video and I stuck everything down. So everything at this point, I believe, or most of the parts there, are adhered down to the paper. And now I think I'm just kind of trying to decide. I've got this other little wood grain bit here, but I end up not using that. So decide that just won't work on this layout. And trying to think what I was going to do. Oh yes, I got some gold cord, and I'm just going to put that on the end of that tag there. So I have to apologize. There's a part here where I add some Heidi Swap texture paste with a heart stencil, and I swear I could have sworn that I had my video camera going, but I did not. So I did not capture that on video, but all I do is I'm just putting some texture paste on the layout with a stencil. It's really basic stuff, but you'll see the result of that for sure. So I'm just going to take those pieces at the top and bottom, and I'm going to stick those down. And then I do some sewing on the top and bottom on those little pattern pieces off camera, just with some gold thread. And I just put a straight line of stitching and then a zigzag stitch on it on the other piece, so that there's a couple layers of stitching on both the top and the bottom of the layout. And it just adds a little bit of that gold to the top and bottom of the layout, because there is quite a bit of gold for sure in the center part. So I decided not to put a grounding piece across the middle, just because I felt like it looked fairly grounded with the photo mat I'm talking about, looked fairly grounded with all of those ephemera pieces around it, and also with that journaling card on the right side. So I do actually do a tiny little bit of journaling on that card, which you'll see me doing a little bit later here. So this is where you can see, oh, there's some texture paste that just miraculously appeared. You know, that Heidi Swap texture paste is awesome, and it's really, really easy to apply, and it dries super fast. It's probably the fastest drying texture paste I've ever come across, especially something that's got, you know, a color or something like that added to it. So in this case, it's metallic, and it is really pretty. It's very, very shiny. So, you know, if you're a fan of gold, this one is really nice. I love it. And I think that she has that texture paste in a variety of different colors and so on, not just in the metallics. I'm just going to add some Heidi Swap Color Shine here in gold as well. And then I'm just going to add a couple of other little stickers, and the layout is almost finished. So this is just a really, really simple little layout. It didn't take me long to do this. And just, you know, it just goes to show you what some white cardstock, a tiny little bit of pattern paper, and some die cuts will do to create, you know, a really simple but pleasing layout that doesn't take long to do, which is kind of awesome, especially if you're on a time budget, right? So these are those Hello Love heart stickers from that crepe paper collection that I just stuck on there. I stuck a couple on. One says you and me, and the other one says love you. And I just showed you the stencil that I used there and that texture paste. And I think I'm just going to maybe show you a close-up of the layout, and I'm just going to put a little bit of journaling on here, and then I'll be done. I did add some still shots to the video at the end if you want to stick around to the end and see some shots on the angle so that you can get sort of a closer look at the dimension on the layout and the texture and so on. So thanks so much for joining me today. I just really, really enjoyed this layout. And Free Flow Wednesday is always a fun day to put a video up because it just gives me a chance to just kind of enjoy doing a regular scrapbooking layout. Thanks so much, and have a great day, and see you next time on the Crafty Maven. Bye-bye.